Hi, I'm Michele Spiller, and this is your BMB coronavirus report for Monday, April 27th. Today's the 31st day of school that we missed since the beginning of the stay-at-home. In Albany yesterday, Governor Cuomo announced the beginning of the two-phase plan beginning to reopen the state of New York. The state is going to follow the CDC guidelines where hospitalization rates decline for 14 days. For some parts of New York, this will be happening in the coming days. Governor Cuomo announced that some manufacturing and construction jobs will begin happening soon. Governor also added that there will be a 14-day pause between the phases and that it's likely that upstate regions will begin reopening businesses and schools before downstate regions.
Downstate New York is going to be more complicated. You can't do anything in New York City that you don't do in Suffolk, you don't do in Nassau, you don't do in Westchester. You can't do anything in downstate that we don't do in coordination with primarily Connecticut and New Jersey.
Now to see what's happening in your neighborhoods, let's check around with our BMB reporters from around the district.
I'm Mike Galfano and I have your COVID-19 update. Week 7 is upon us and it's the same as all the previous weeks, except for the fact that everyone's becoming more and more bored and students across the district are waking up later and later. I have first-hand experience given that I woke up at 2 in the afternoon today, but that's besides the point. I know that everyone at home is getting very bored, but for the safety of you and others, please stay inside and continue to help lower the curve. Governor Andrew Cuomo is very optimistic in continuing the school year, pushing back the dates of when school will start up again, but not far enough until school is canceled in its entirety. In my opinion, I don't really care what happens because the reality that we're living in now isn't the worst. I'm still quite enjoying it, but I would also love to go outside again and go back to living a normal life. That's your coronavirus update from Power Avenue. For BMB, I'm Michael Galfano.
As we enter week 7 of the coronavirus shutdown, we are still left in the dark as to what is coming next. The weeks are beginning to blend together, and it is hard to tell what day or even week it is without the constant reminders that we have assignments due on Google Classroom. I personally hope that we do not go back to school. I can see people getting excited and going out to places because they think that we're free from the virus. But if we're not far enough away from it, we could just have another increase in the infected and those who pass away. Of course, I miss my friends, and learning has gotten harder, and my locker is filled with things that I desperately need. I would rather wait another month or two than miss out on a fun summer that could be coming up for me. From BMB News, I'm Emily Yucht.
Hi, I'm AJ Fried reporting from Walters Court. We are now going into week 7, and this is a very important week for students. Sometime this week, we are expected to be informed on the future of the school year, whether or not we will be coming back for the end of the year. I unfortunately do not think we will be coming back to school for this year, but I am going to be optimistic about it. We will just have to wait and see. For BMB reporting from Walters Court, I'm AJ Fried. Stay safe, Mepham.
Thanks, guys. All across Long Island, people are trying to find a way to help pitch in and help out. The same is true here in Bellmore-Merrick. Spencer Mattis checked in with our local librarians to see how they're helping to make a difference.
The coronavirus pandemic has required many people to take on the responsibility of aiding those in need. However, you don't need to be a medical professional to help combat this virus.
Throughout these unprecedented times, the Bellmore Memorial Library has been 3D printing face shields to mitigate the propagation of COVID-19.
The library just recently purchased 2 3D printers. It's called a Prusa. It is the Prusa i3 MK3 machine. It's actually right here next to me. So we purchased these printers before the library physically closed. We picked them up and we've been printing them. So we're printing some from here in my home, and then we're printing others in the actual library.
To distribute the face shields, the Bellmore Library team has been posting notifications about their production of these shields. From there, citizens ranging from nurses working on the front lines to quarantine workers have been inquiring about obtaining this equipment. The librarians then eagerly provide as many shields as the person desires. This altruistic process began in Bellmore thanks to the initiative of libraries in Suffolk County.
Many of the libraries in Suffolk County who do have 3D printers started 3D printing very early on, and they also were open to having libraries donate, or I guess put their printer on loan to Suffolk County. And they had a connection with Stony Brook Hospital. So after hearing that this was going on in Suffolk, we decided that it was something we wanted to do. And then luckily our our 3D printer came in just in time, so we were able to get on board and join and help out.
One reason that the masks have been produced so rapidly is that the supplies are easy to procure, even during this pandemic. The red headband portion of the face shield that the library prints is composed of PLA filament. From there, all that is required to construct the shield is some rubber bands and a clear plastic binder cover. The ingenuity and dedication of librarians throughout Long Island has helped protect hundreds of citizens as they travel outside of their homes. For those who are inspired by this benevolent initiative, here's how you can contribute.
I think it would be great, if people in the community, if they don't have a printer, if they, want to help out, they can donate supplies to us, whether that's the binder cover, which you can get from Office Depot, or even if they would want to buy like the filament for us, like the smaller filament through Amazon. Those I know are being shipped. So that's a way for people to help donate, and we could continue printing.
Although this pandemic has destroyed the normal constructs of society, these benevolent acts prove that everyone can be a hero. For BMB, I'm Spencer Mattis.
Thanks, Spencer. Libraries are so much more than research and books. So that will do it for another episode of B&B's Daily Report. Be sure to subscribe to B&B to get the latest on what's going on around the district during these difficult times. To the members of our community and our family who are struggling today, know you're not alone. For B&B, I'm Michele Spiller, and make sure to wash your hands.